that's super exciting for us. We love it, absolutely love it. So we just thought we'd put on, despite any technical difficulties, we thought we'd put on a little live Q&A in case anyone was able to join us, any of the teachers or any of the teams were able to join us and had any questions, because we've got it's just under 2 weeks, I think, until the submission date. Yeah, 2 weeks yesterday until the submission date. And I know for sometimes that can be a bit panicky, but if we've learned anything this year, everyone, we know that whatever gets thrown at us, we can deal with it, because we've all been dealing with it all through this pandemic. Schools closed, schools open, working from home, working partially remotely and all that kind of thing, and we're still doing it. So even though there's only 2 weeks to go, don't panic, don't worry, we'll all get there. Okay, so that's really my first message, I think. So Jamie, have we got anybody watching, or have we got anybody asking any questions yet? Because if not, I'll go on with some of the questions I got sent in.
I think we've got, I can't see any student questions at the moment. So yeah, okay. You can plow on with what you've got.
All right, super. Thanks, Jay. If you do have questions, then you can email them in, by the way. We don't have to deal with them on this live. Email them in or write them on your forum. All of you should be registered in your teams on the forums, so you can always ask us there. One of the questions I have been asked is, of course, what do we submit? Now, first of all, we try and keep this as clear as possible. Your teachers have been told what to submit, and we've also put it on the forum notice board and sent it to the forums. But just to clarify, because I know it's confusing, 3 things. That's what you need to submit. Only 3 things, okay? So you need to submit your business plan. Now, the business plan that you should all be familiar with looks something like this. If you've been doing this for a few years, you'll remember that some years we have some of the sections are green and some of the sections are grey. Well, this year, because it's a very different year, basically, we've got them all in green, and we just want all the sections filled as best as you can. And I know it sometimes looks a bit overwhelming, but this first page is all about your big idea anyway. So this is pretty much what you did during your big ideas days and the bite-sized sessions and everything like that. So that's what the business plan looks like. So it's 4 sides, and that needs to be fully completed with as much detail as possible, okay? What you've got to remember is that in this first stage, the judges, they're not going to be able to ask you questions, so they're just going to be able to read here. So anything you want them to know, put it in here, okay? So that's number 1, all right? Number 2 on the list is a PowerPoint. So we want you to send in a PowerPoint, and that should be a collection of slides that really supports your business plan. So with things like in your business plan, if it asks you about things like your branding, so if you've got a logo, put that on your PowerPoint. That will support your business plan, okay? And the PowerPoint should also include any of the supporting work that you might have. So some of you might have, perhaps you've written some emails to some companies, or maybe you've even heard back from someone. Take a screenshot or a photo of those emails, put them on a slide in the PowerPoint, okay? We also this year we set some challenges. They're optional challenges because some of you have had a lot more time to do them than others. So if you have done them, then include them in your PowerPoint. So for example, if you created a radio advert, for example, get that into your PowerPoint on a slide. You can embed it into the slide. If you've done something like drawn a superhero, some of you, we've seen some of the superheroes already. We've already shared them on our Twitter. Then put that into the PowerPoint as well. So all that sort of extra work. If you've done any workings out for your finances, maybe you've done a table for the finances, put that in on the PowerPoint as well, okay? So anything that's extra like that, especially if it's visual, make sure it goes into the PowerPoint, okay? For those of you that haven't done the challenges, don't worry. As I said, if there's anything we've learned from this year, is we're kind of rolling with the punches. All right. So some of you will have had time. You'll have done a lot of the challenges. Put that into your PowerPoint. For the rest of you, don't worry. Just have your basic PowerPoint with the information that supports your business plan. Okay. So that's number 2. Number three is more for, it's a light-hearted side of things. We don't want you to stress about number 3. Number 3 is a meet the team video, a short video, 2 to 5 minutes, no longer than 5 minutes, okay? And it's not about your big idea. Your big idea is all in your business plan, okay? And in your PowerPoint. This meet the team video is because this year has been so difficult. We haven't been able to get in and see you and meet you and get to know you. Your mentors haven't been able to, for the most part. It's all been virtual, which is very difficult. So we want to see, and we want the judges to see who you are. All right. So it's just about you. So if you're able to, maybe you can show yourselves sort of at the school, or maybe you can show yourselves, you could do a little video clip of you somewhere like where you live. You're all coming from all over the country. And so it'd be a great chance for you to just say, this is who I am. These are the kind of things I like to do. This is something I'm passionate about. This is where I live, that kind of thing. And then maybe just say something about your team. So maybe you have a particular role in the team. Maybe you designed the logo, something like that. So make sure that you put that in as well, okay? And perhaps just tell us about the issue. Why did your team choose that issue? Don't worry about going into detail about the big idea. This is about who you are, so that we can connect with you a little bit more, because it's been so strange being virtual this year. Okay, so those are the 3 things that you have to submit. All right, and we've given some resources. Your teachers have access to these resources on the website. So there's a really nice simple piece of paper here that explains what I've just said about bringing it all together and how to do that. And also a super clear little list of guidelines here about recording your Meet the Team video. And you can see on this, there's some a variety. Some did it in school, some did it just outside school, some did it, they were all in separate houses. So they kind of, did a Zoom and did that together. Some did it out in the countryside, some did it in a classroom. It's up to you. You can be as creative as you want to be, and keep it as simple as you can as well. Don't overcomplicate, okay? Right. Any other questions come up live, Jamie? Because I've got about 4 more I can go through here.
Not at the moment. Jen is on the Jen's on the questions. Just
super.
Putting some reminders up there of what you're saying.
Oh, wonderful. See, this is it. This is teamwork and collaboration, everyone. Perfect example of it. Right, okay. So the next question I got, which is all connected to this, is how do we submit them? So now you're clear that it's the business plan, the PowerPoint with all those extra bits if you have any, and a short Meet the Team video. We need you to upload them. Every single one of you, and every single team has a team area on our Solutions for the Planet website. And you log in, you go in, and you've got the forum there, which everyone has access to. And for a lot of you, that's where you've already been chatting to us or to your mentors. So when you go in there, if you scroll all the way down past all of the forum chats, right to the bottom, you'll see an area where you can upload your files. Some of you are already doing this, but some of you, might not be so familiar. Right at the bottom of your team area is where you upload your files, and that is where you upload your submissions, okay? I know that some of you have have been sharing things with other team members and with your mentors, and you've uploaded into the forum, and that's great. But for the submissions, we won't be looking through all of the chats of all 100 teams to check for any possible work. We just won't be doing that, all right? So make sure that your submissions, those 3 things, are saved right at the bottom in the file section, okay? That's where we'll be looking. That's where we'll be taking it. It might be helpful if you when you save it, you give it a title so it clearly says something like submission business plan or final PowerPoint, something like that. So we're really clear, right, that's the one that we need to send to the judges, okay? So that's what we'd like. And one thing someone also asked me if they could upload like a Google Doc, or please keep it simple. It's a PowerPoint and your business plan is a Word document, okay? That's what you'll be uploading, a Word document, okay? If you've got any problems with uploading, that's what the forum's for. Chat to your teacher or ask us on the forum, okay? We'll respond straight away and we'll help you. We'll give you some guidance if there's any issues, all right? So I think the last things that I was asked actually were really about sort of what happens next. And we talk about we give the term submissions, but we also give the term, use the term shortlisting. And someone did ask me, well, what is a shortlisting? So the shortlistings are the events where the judges look at all the submissions that have come in. So that's every team's PowerPoint, business plan, and Meet the Team video. And they particularly look at it's the PowerPoint and the business plan that they really look at. And we give them a list of criteria. So it's almost like a checklist, a real guidance so that it's fair for everybody. You're all being judged on the same points, okay? And then they give them marks, and then they'll rank them in with the highest mark to the lowest mark. And then it's usually the first 20 that will be going through to the regional finals, okay? And there are 6 regional finals. We're having 2 up in North England and Central Belt Scotland, 2 for Central England and 2 for South England. So that's what it is. Shortlisting literally means you are making the original list shorter. That's what we're doing. We're shortlisting for those that are going through to the regional finals, okay? So after submission, as I said, they'll go in, they'll be sent to, they'll be given to the judges for the shortlistings. The shortlistings happen on May the 10th and May the 11th. Again, all of this has been sent out to your teachers, but will also be put on the forum, so everybody will be clear. And then we will announce the regional finalists by the end of the day on Friday, the 14th of May, okay? And all those regional finalists will also receive detailed feedback, which they will get sent out to them on Monday, the 17th of May, all right? As I said, we'll put notices up as well. Anyone who unfortunately doesn't make it through the shortlisting, so doesn't make it through to the regional finals, you will still get some feedback because we appreciate how much work everybody has put in, and the judges are looking at everybody's work. But your feedback will be sent out to you. It will be sent out a little bit later, but you'll get it before the end of term, so you'll definitely have some feedback, okay? So those who are getting through, who get through to the regional finals, you will find out on the 14th of May, you'll get your feedback on the 17th of May, and then you have 2 weeks to just tweak your business plan and your PowerPoint, use the feedback, make some changes based on that judge's feedback so that you can resubmit 2 weeks later, okay? All of these dates you don't have to memorize right now, okay? I don't want to go too far because we put them all and let you all know. Yes, Jen?
Hi, Sarah. And we've got Team Apollo on the chat, and we've got a couple of questions that have come in.
Super.
Can we continue our project by ourselves even after this competition is over?
Can I just first of all say thank you for joining us. So chuffed you're joining us, Team Apollo, and thank you for asking the question. And I want to say how much I love that question. And I don't feel it gets asked enough. The answer is yes, 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 yes. Okay, this competition, this program and this competition is to give you an opportunity. All right, is to give you guidance, give you mentorship, give you a platform, give you that opportunity to share your ideas and to shout out about it, give you a voice. But it certainly doesn't have to end. And I really hope it doesn't end with the competition. So whether you go through or you don't go through, if you believe in your idea, and you must, because if you've been working on it through all this craziness and all this pandemic and all the challenges, and you're still working on it, you must believe in your idea, then please continue with it. Okay. And we want to hear from you. All right. We want to hear about anyone that keeps going with this idea, because we believe in you and we believe in your ideas. All right. So don't give up if you don't get through.
Sarah, we've just got a minute or two left. There's just one more question from the forum before you wrap up, also from Team Apollo. Can you give us any tips for making our Meet the Team video?
I can. I'll give you a couple right now, Team Apollo, but I really encourage you to ask your teacher to access this. This is on the resources on our website, and it's actually a Meet the Team video introduction, tips and guidelines. So I'll pick out a couple of them now, but please, please, please ask your teacher, because they can get that for you. Okay. So a couple of key ones. Recordings must be 2 to 5 minute long. That's fine. Hold your phone horizontally and record in landscape mode, not portrait mode. Okay, I've learned that the hard way. Be aware of what's in the background. Obviously, if you want to show something in the background, that's okay. But just be conscious. If you're having to do it at home, for example, make sure it's quite a blank background. Unless you're in a classroom, you've got something you actually want to show in the background. Try to get as close to the camera as you can, especially because most of you, if you're like me, you'll be doing it on your phones. So the microphone is fine, but not if you're super, super far away. Obviously, bear in mind any sort of social distancing issues. And as I said, it's not about impressive technology. It's about team personality. Okay. The more people understand who you are, where you're from, and what drives you, the more they're going to engage in your message. Okay. But detailed tips and guidelines you can get from, or the teacher can get you from the resources on the website. All right. Okay. So, I think that's it. Unless we've got one more question, I've just got one thing to wrap up with. Any more from Jamie or Jen?
No, that's everything from the forum. Thanks, Sarah.
Good, Jen?
Yeah, we're all good. Team Apollo have said thank you very much. Got it. And it's great to have you there. So, yeah, that's all good from the chat.
Wonderful. Super. Okay, so I'll just wrap up at the end then. I think the only thing I wanted to say is when you do finish and you submit, it would be lovely if you went on your forums and just said thank you to your mentors. Some of you have been chatting away to your mentors, and that's wonderful. But some of you I know haven't necessarily been chatting, but your mentors have been chatting to you, or the mentor, they've been there like supporting you in the background all this time, even if you're not aware of it. And I know how much it would mean to them if when you've submitted everything, if you could just thank them for being there. I know that would mean a lot. And from us, thank you very much. Well done. Thanks for those that joined us. And we're super excited to see all the work come in over the next couple of weeks. Good luck, everybody. Okay.